What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we're gonna be doing a full face of new e.l.f. products. e.l.f. just keeps pushing out the new releases and I feel like one is better than the next. Some of the stuff I have already tried, some of it I haven't tried because it literally just launched, so I'm so excited. We have new setting spray, a new bronze drops, a new primer, so many things. So we're just gonna do a full face testing everything, like using all of the new e.l.f. products that have recently come out because I know it can be a lot when these brands are like constantly launching new things. So we're gonna try everything together today, see what's good, see what's worth the money and what's not. As always, I will list everything down below in the description box. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button to be notified of all my future uploads, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, up first we have the brand new e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I was really excited when I saw this because I kind of thought if they were gonna do like a Power Grip setting spray, it would be more of a matte one, but this one's a dewy one, which I love. I have drier skin, so I love like a dewy glow. It does say that you can use this to prep your skin before makeup or you can use it after makeup, so I'm gonna use it in both ways to see how it works. But basically, it's supposed to be like the setting spray version of their Power Grip Primer, which that's a super sticky primer. So interested to see how this works. I'm hoping it's not sticky, but it's supposed to lock your makeup in place all day and also supposed to be hydrating. It has hyaluronic acid in it. It also has aloe, which is really nice. And it retails for $10. There's supposed to be like an oil phase and a water phase. I'm like flailing it around, so I'm already kind of shaking it up, but you do want to shake this up before you go in and use it. Let me get the stickers off the side here. I was like trying to open it, wondering why it's not opening, because it has a seal. Okay, all right, let's go in and see. Really hoping it's not like water gun to the face. Ooh, it's not at all. Okay, love that. Super fine mist. So many drugstore setting sprays are like a water gun to the face and they're like not a fine mist at all. This was super, super fine. Like literally you could barely feel it going on your skin, which is the kind that I like. Feels very hydrating. Doesn't leave my skin sticky. I have like my moisturizer and SPF on right now, so I feel like that makes my skin a little tacky, but I don't think that this made my skin sticky like the primer does. So really like this upon initial application. No overwhelming scent or anything like that. We'll use it at the end of the tutorial as well to lock everything in place, but so far I really like it. Okay, up next we have the e.l.f. Stay Cool Primer Stick. So I snagged this at my local Target. This literally just launched and I do not think that they were supposed to have it out yet, because I saw this at Target before e.l.f. had like talked about it online and I was like, what is that? And I snagged it real quick. But this is a brand new primer from them. This retails for $7, also has aloe in it. It's supposed to be cooling and hydrating, which sounds amazing to me. So supposed to also just be very soothing to the skin, which if you do accidentally get, you know, a sunburn or something in the summer, because you're not reapplying your SPF too much, this would probably be like amazing for that because of the aloe component and everything. But it's supposed to give a cooling, watery feel. So let's see. They had another stick that was kind of like this that at first I was like, wait, is that a new product? But the one that they had is different. It was like a dew stick. But it looked very similar. It was like in the same blue kind of tube packaging. But this is what it's looking like. Just like a little tube, so I'm just gonna go in. Oh, this feels nice. You know what? There's a Tula product that is very similar to this that I'm sure is like way more expensive that like feels the same. Oh, it feels so cooling and nice on the skin. For summer, I feel like this is gonna be a go-to. I can't describe it. Like it almost feels like I'm using like a little ice cube like on my face, but it feels so nice. Okay, love the way it feels. I'm gonna just like press it in with my fingers. I do feel like it kind of like blurred my skin too a little bit, like where I have like excess pores and texture right in here. So I like that. Even though it's not really something that it claims, it just feels really hydrating and cooling. This one has a little bit more of a sticky texture to it, which again is not a bad thing for a primer, gonna help to like adhere our products to our face, so I don't mind that. This is really nice. Definitely something that I will use again. And stick primers are so easy too, like you just go in, you're done. So I like that. Alrighty, up next we have the bronzing drops. These have obviously gone incredibly viral. I feel like we all knew. It was just a matter of time before e.l.f. gave us a bronzing drops dupe. Like Drunk Elephant came out with them first, or they probably weren't even the first people to do it. Like, I don't know, but they were the first like viral bronzing drop, at least that I was aware of, that really made like the product viral. And then I feel like every brand has come out with their own version of it. And I knew e.l.f. was not gonna leave us without one. So this is $12, where the Drunk Elephant one I believe is like nearly 40 bucks. So very expensive. They came out with 3 different shades, which I'll swatch all 3, but it's basically a tinted bronzing serum. The first shade is Pure Gold. So I'm gonna just put them on my hands so you guys can see. If I could squeeze it out, there we go, Pure Gold. Then we have Rose Gold, so a little bit more of like a pinky tone, and I will like blend these out once I get them all on my hand. Lastly, we have Copper Gold, which this is the deepest shade of the 3 right there. So let me blend them out a little bit thicker so you can really see. So pure gold is like your classic bronze. Rose gold has a little bit more of like a pinky warm undertone to it, and then copper gold is the deepest shade. True brown bronzy shade has a little bit more of like a red undertone to it. So those are the three different options that they came out with. On my skin tone, rose gold or pure gold will probably be my best bets. If your skin tone is a little bit deeper, copper gold will probably be best for you. Love that we have the versatility with the three different bronzy shades. I know the Drunk Elephant one does come in a variety of shades, but they're not all bronze. Like they're distinctly different, where these are all bronze, but with different kind of undertones, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go in with both of these so you can see how they look on my skin. Now they do recommend that you add these to your favorite moisturizer or oil, which is the same thing that the Drunk Elephant Bronzing Drops say to do. So you know what I think I'll do is I'll go in one side on my bare skin, and then on the other side, I'll mix it with the moisturizer so we can see if that makes, you know, a significant difference. So on this side, I'm using pure gold. Gonna go in with about that much. And I'm just gonna blend it out with a beauty blender because that's just easiest, but I'm sure you could probably blend this with your fingers, a brush, kind of whatever you're doing, especially definitely your fingers if they're suggesting to put it in with a moisturizer. So right off the bat, definitely amping up the bronziness of my skin, but it's still definitely natural. It's not like overwhelming or anything like that. I do really like the color too. It's like a good natural sort of bronzy color. Especially for me, my skin is always a lot lighter than my body, so I feel like this is like the perfect product. Now on the other side, I'm gonna go in with rose gold so we can see the difference. This one, I'll add it with some moisturizer and I'll use my hands to blend it to see if we see a significant difference that way. But I do think that it applied fine on its own. So I wouldn't say you have to add it, but just going with the moisturizer, then adding the rose gold drops on the face as well. And just gonna mix that all with my hands. Oh, okay, maybe I used more of these because these look like way more pigmented, which is weird because we're cutting them with another product, so they should, if anything, be less pigmented. I tried to use the same amount side to side, but I feel like I definitely used maybe more on this side. All right, I worked it in. You definitely have to work it in a little bit more when you add it with your moisturizer, but I mean, you can do it either way, and it is definitely gonna give you a different finish, different look, depending on which way you do it. You could also definitely add this into a foundation, because I saw a lot of people like confused on how to use bronzing drops and basically what the purpose is. And there's a variety of ways you can use them, like how I use them on their own kind of as a base. You can add them into a moisturizer as a skincare product if you just want to add a tint to your skin, no makeup. You can also add them into a foundation though, because obviously as summer comes, you may be getting more tan and your winter foundation doesn't match you anymore. And instead of having to buy a new foundation, you can add a couple of these drops in there, give yourself a little bit more of a bronzy glow to the foundation as well. So there are a lot of ways to use them. As far as color goes, I probably liked the first one, the pure gold, that I used better because I have a lot of redness in my skin anyway, so I don't feel like I need to add any more with the more rose gold. But if you want to have that bronziness with a little bit of rosiness, rose gold will probably be best. So overall, having tried the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops many times, I would definitely say that this is a dupe. They work very similarly, honestly, if not better. I don't really love the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops. For the price difference, these are just as good, if not better. So definitely like them and feel that I will continue to use them throughout the summer. Okay, now for our base, because I personally like to have a little bit more coverage, these are not going to really give you any semblance of coverage. They're more so giving a tint to your skin, but you can still definitely see blemishes, redness, anything through them. They're not really meant to give coverage, more so color. And I know a lot of people are gonna ask how these compare to the e.l.f. Halo Glow, which I love this. This is the Halo Glow liquid filter. So I'm gonna actually put this on top because this has a lot more coverage to it than the bronze drops do, so I can show you basically the difference. Also, Halo Glow is a lot glowier. The bronze drops, again, really are giving like a tint to the skin. They don't give a whole lot of glow. Depending on if you mix them in with the moisturizer, like if you have like a really glowy, dewy moisturizer, it's gonna give you glow, but that's the moisturizer doing it, not the product itself. Where Halo Glow is gonna give you a glow, and it's also gonna give you coverage. Like it's actually a true complexion product and works relatively similarly to like a light coverage foundation. So I'm just gonna blend this out so you guys can see the difference. But I know people are gonna ask like what the difference basically is. One's gonna give a tint to the skin, the other one is gonna give a lot more coverage. Like you can see just me adding that on helped to like cover up a lot of my redness and different like acne scars and stuff that I have going on, and also gonna give a lot more of like a glow and luminosity to the skin, less of like a true bronze. But honestly, them together, I'm like applying this and blending it out. I'm like, these look pretty nice. They work well together. Like if you want like a glowy, bronzy summer look, I feel like those two together are really nice. All right, complexion looking nice and glowy. Love that. I am gonna go in, just pop on a little concealer just underneath these eyes, brighten it up a little bit. We're gonna do like a very summery look today because I'm gonna use their new liquid blushes, which I have tried these. I do actually really like them. This color though, I don't think I've tried yet, so that's why I grabbed for it, and it feels like very summery. The shade on this is Coral Crush. Can I open this? So it's kind of like a coral. Now, number one thing with this, they are pigmented. So honestly, I'm even looking at this like, did I use too much? I hope not. I think we'll be able to blend it and it'll be okay. But they are very similar to the Rare Beauty blushes. You need the tiniest amount of them to get a lot of pigment, like you can see, obviously. This shade for summer though is so pretty. These do have like a more matte finish to them, like not gonna really give a glow, but layered on top of the halo glow, I think they're really nice. But formulation, blendability, all of that I feel like is super similar to the Rare Beauty ones. I do really like these, and they come in a bunch of different colors. This one for summer I feel like is gonna be a go-to for me though. Speaking of summer, as we move into summer, we're gonna see an influx of waterproof makeup. Always, I feel like the brands drop waterproof makeup as summer's coming. So this is newer from e.l.f. This is the Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil. I have tried this as well, and I love this. You get a little spoolie on one side, and then the other side is you get a tiny little precise brow pencil. I have this in shade blonde, and it is waterproof, which is awesome because we don't wanna be jumping into the ocean and pool and have our brows be falling off, you know? So this gives you kind of the best of both worlds, but what I like is it has like a waxy consistency to it, but it's not too much. I just kind of apply it on and then I'll go through with the spoolie to blend it out. And so it helps to shape the brows and keep them in place, but it doesn't make the brows look like fake, like other brow products that I've tried that have like that super waxy consistency. And it just makes it look like your brows are like plastered on with like paint or something. This one has a more natural finish, which I do really like. So definitely a great product, especially for summer. Okay, now for the eyes, we're gonna go in with this eyeliner. Now, e.l.f. came out with a collab with Liquid Death, which is like the water that kind of looks like a beer or like an alcohol. It comes in like one of those tall boy cans. I actually was like, that's so stupid, why would anybody drink that? And recently, I've actually tried many of their products because a lot of my friends like love to go to like breweries and stuff like that, and very frequently at breweries, they don't have like non-alcoholic options. Obviously, it's a brewery, but they will a lot of times have Liquid Death, at least the ones by me, a lot of them have Liquid Death, so I've tried all of them because they're obviously like a non-alcoholic drink that these places have that I can have right now, and they're actually really good. They have like a variety of flavors and stuff, so when I saw them collabing with e.l.f., I was like, oh, that's kind of really cool. Like, it's definitely not something that I saw coming, but I thought it was cool that they collabed, and this eyeliner was one of the products in the collab. This is just the Deadline liquid liner. I'm gonna just powder underneath my eyes a little bit before we go in with that, just so the liner's not like slipping and sliding as we apply it on. All right, let's go in with the liner now. Now I do think that this collection like sold out really quickly, so this may not be available anymore, but I did want to try it since it was one of their newer releases, and I'm sure some of you guys, you know, got your hands on it. Very pigmented liner, which is nice. Does it create a wing easily though? Yeah, I think that was pretty good. The little tip is not like super flexible. It's a little bit stiffer, but I do like it because sometimes when they're too flexible, then the liner, like it starts going everywhere. So this is not bad. It reminds me honestly a lot of like the regular liquid liner that they have. So it probably is very similar. So if you didn't get your hands on this, you could probably get your hands on the regular e.l.f. liquid liner, and I feel like it worked super similarly, but not a bad product. Okay, for the lashes, gonna go in with the e.l.f. Lash Extender. This has been out for a couple months now. I have tried this and I really like this. Probably my favorite mascara from e.l.f. I do really like their, what do they call it? It's like the dupe for Benefit Roller Lash. That one I like too, but this one I think I might like even more because it gives a little bit more length to the lashes, which I need right now. My lashes are like short and stubby. So anything that's gonna add a little length to them, I like. And this one is quite good. It is a tubing mascara, so it comes off pretty easily with water too, which is nice. I feel like my lashes are all hidden behind that like dark black liner that we did, but they are there. They did also launch this in brown and like a soft black, which I guess is like kind of like a gray. This is like the true black one, but there are some color options for it as well, and it's only $7. All right. Okay, up next we have the new e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner. This is in the shade, I think the shade on this is Pinky Swear, but I don't see it anywhere on here, but I'm pretty sure it's Pinky Swear. These are $2, which I love to see, so I'm gonna go in and line. Super creamy, which is nice. Sometimes I get scared when they're like in the pencil form that they're gonna be really dry, but this is nice and creamy. Obviously it's not retractable, so you are gonna have to sharpen it, but for $2 I really can't complain. And this is like the perfect lip liner color for my lips, like a little bit darker than my natural lip color is, because I don't have anything on my lips now just besides a lip treatment that I put on as part of my skincare routine that's like clear. So this is my natural lip color, and I feel like this shade is perfect, and for $2 can't beat it. Okay, and then one of my favorites of all of e.l.f.'s new launches are these Pout Clout lip plumping pens. This was like a controversial product. There was people that really liked them and then people that really didn't. I was in the camp of really liking them. I have the shade Pinky Out. Now with these, you don't want to press them up too much. So I would literally just do one click maybe 2, because they're a very creamy, soft formula and then just apply to the lips. They're basically supposed to be a dupe for the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. So they're like a lip gloss almost in stick form with like a little bit of color, but how stinking pretty. And the shade is just perfect. Like my favorite kind of pinky neutral shade. And it has like a minty kind of smell to it, like a cooling finish. They do retail for $8 and really love this. This is probably my favorite like new addition to the e.l.f. line of products. All right, and then last but not least, let's go back in with the setting spray and set everything in place. So again, shaking it up. And I'm just gonna go in and see, oh my God, the light mist of this is amazing. Set everything down. And you know what? It says dewy setting spray, but it's not. There's other dewy setting sprays that I've tried, which I love the dewy finish, but sometimes these dewy setting sprays just give like straight glitter and it's too much. This one isn't. It definitely made my skin feel more hydrated and adds a little bit of a glow, but I would even say like if you have oily skin, I wouldn't be scared of this. It's not gonna make you look like an oil slick. It sets everything and feels hydrating, but isn't gonna leave you with this like oily, super dewy, glittery kind of finish whatsoever at all. So I really, really like this too. Probably like my new favorite drugstore setting spray, dare I say. Super light mist, feels really nice. Obviously want to see how my makeup lasts throughout the day with it, so I will update the description box with that, but upon initial application, I really, really like this. So yeah, that is everything, guys. Those are all of the new e.l.f. products. I'm sure next week they're probably gonna come out with even more. But those are the new ones as of recent, like in the past few months that they have launched. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys if you had your eye on any of their new products and wanted to try them out. I will list everything down below in the description box, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.